Hi, everybody. Boy, we're in Mexico. What a day. We're tired. I'm sure we look tired, but we've had quite an adventure today. It's been good. We got up early and crossed the Rio Grande, and they said, "Hey, hi, welcome to Mexico. Peace out." We didn't even get stopped. We didn't have to slow down. They just waved us through, and that was wonderful. Then we went and got our FMM, which is our immigration form, and our tip for our vehicle, which is our temporary import permit. And that went super simple too. We read all the information we needed to know, and so we had all of the papers and copies and everything. You have to have copies of everything, and so we had title and registration and passport and driver's license and all that stuff. So that was actually really super easy. And then we were on the road and we went about 75 miles or so, and the Jeep went ping, and our tire pressure started to go down, and we had a flat tire. We ran over something sharp. So, you know where the jack is. It was under everything that was in the back of the Jeep. So, of course, there was no like super easy place to pull over. We had about a 3-foot shoulder. So we were half in the right lane and half on the shoulder, and we had to unload the back of the Jeep to get to the jack and everything underneath. But John was a champion tire changer right here.
He's tired.
Yeah, we're both really tired. But we did it at warp speed, and everything was actually, once we figured out where to put the jack, and of course,
And she didn't spill the lug nuts and say anything bad.
I didn't. Via Christmas Story, I didn't use the big bad F word or anything. I just put them in my pocket like you're supposed to. So the dogs were great. They just kind of hung out in the car like, wow, this is cool. What are we doing? So we got the tire changed and headed off and made it to Saltillo without much else happening. And we had one little checkpoint, and I just opened my folder and showed them all the copies I had, and they waved us through because it was obvious that we had everything that we needed and we were fine.
Unlike the people in front of us that had a skateboard strapped to the side of the truck.
It was a pickup that was like in the Grinch Who Stole Christmas when Santa's bag is full, when the Grinch's bag is full. It was that under a blue tarp in the back of a pickup, and then there was a little hitch. What do you call those? Like a hitch extender, and there was possibly we couldn't really tell if it was a wheelbarrow or maybe a small motorcycle, and a skateboard. And the cops were laughing and pointing as it drove away, but then ours looked more legit. Anyhow, I digress. They let us go. So the roads so far have been absolute shit for the most part. Tons and tons of potholes.
I think I ran over a piece of steel belt off a busted up tire because it didn't really damage the tire, but it did have a hole. When I remounted it onto the Jeep, it was on the very top, so it was easy to find when I pulled into a gas station. He filled it with air and goes, oh, it's right there. So I didn't damage the tire, I just have a hole in it.
So we've changed our plans just a little bit. We were going to have a long driving day tomorrow, but we have shortened it, and we're staying at San Luis Potosi, which is about 4 hours away. It's not a long drive, but we need to get that tire fixed so that we have a working spare before we continue. It's really important. So we found a tire shop 6 minutes from the hotel here. We're at the Sheraton, which is really nice. We've had, decent food. They're super helpful here. The guys at the front desk speak English. They're going to call the tire shop for us in the morning, explain everything, and do all the translation. And so that should be pretty easy to take care of. And then we'll be on our way. We'll get to San Luis Potosi and check in. I booked us into a hotel that's like little houses, and it has private parking and a yard for the dogs. So the dogs will be really happy about that. And then from there, we go to Villa Hermosa. No, we go to Puebla, which is only, again, another like 5-hour drive. So instead of doing one 9-hour drive, we're splitting that into 2 days now. And then from Puebla to Villahermosa is about 8 hours, and then from Villahermosa to home is about 8 hours. So those last 2 days are kind of long days, but we can do it, and we have plenty of daylight time. And we're apparently really spoiled because the roads in Yucatan are like the Audubon super perfect highways compared to what we've been driving on.
This is pretty treacherous.
This is, I mean, you're just...
It's white knuckle driving. It is.
And there's no... So driving in Mexico, you have to just let go of every driving rule, law, whatever you've ever seen. Like we saw people just driving down the middle of both lanes because that's where there were no potholes. The fact that we were pulled over half in and half out of the road is normal. Like people were just like, oh, look, they're broke down or they're changing a tire or whatever. And they just drive around you. And luckily we were on a very long straight stretch. So there wasn't any corners where people would sneak in. Eddie. Sorry. There's somebody outside the window doing something and Ed's on alert. So that's about it, I think, today. Do you have anything else to add?
No. Good night and drive well.
Yeah, we're tired. I gotta take the dogs outside again every couple hours because Maggie is a puppy and she has selective peeing, we'll call it. And so she has to go outside a lot. Ed and Lily could hold it for 12 hours and be fine, but she's a puppy. So I'm going to take him out one more time. It's like 6 or 7 o'clock here. I don't know. But the sun's going down, so I'm going to take him out one more time. And then we're probably going to just pass out.
Start all over again.
Yep, going to start all over again. At least, we're sleeping good. Our bed's really comfortable. This is the first night that we're in a king bed instead of 2 queens. And so the dogs have been sprawled out like each of us has a bed. And then we have various dogs with us. They switch who they sleep with every night.
We're just fortunate to be part of their world.
Yeah, we just get to live in it. So we brought Ed's dog bed in tonight. He's currently on the king-size bed, and Lily's in the dog bed. So somebody's sleeping with us, and somebody's sleeping on the floor, and I don't care who does what.
Hopefully I'm not on the floor.
No. You've been a good boy today. He gets to stay. All right, we're getting loopy. Once again, we have a Modelo, so we're going to have our nighttime beer ski, or should I say cerveza? And then we're going to pass out and get up and do it all over again. So tomorrow, I guess we'll tell you how that day goes and tell you if we got our tire fixed or not. We should. It shouldn't be a problem. People blow tires all the time here. It's a thing.
They do that?
They do that. I know. Okay, so love you all. Thanks for watching. Remember to go on YouTube and subscribe to our channel and like this video.
We're not making any money on this,
yeah,
guys.
No, but if you keep going, share it. Maybe we might make $1. Woohoo! All right. Good night. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Ciao.
Hey, Mom!